Oi, oi, everybody, it's Sunday. Sunday. Who's in? Anybody in here? We're live. Just wait for some people to, drop in. Looks like one person's dropped in. Hope everybody can hear me because I've got a new mic. So it should sound better, hopefully. Hopefully it's a bit better. Bit of a better sound. But sweet, mate, sweet. Thanks for letting me know that. How you doing, Gromstar? You all right, matey? Figuring out the new mics. There's probably some. I've probably got it in a not the correct position, and it probably looks a bit weird right here. But I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, it's in the right position. It seems to be, and I can walk around with it. Holy crap! What? Wouldn't have noticed it. Really? No shit. All right. Cool. I'll take that. I'll take that. I ain't even had a cup of tea yet. Sad, right? Make sure I got nothing in me. Make sure this lead is all right in me pocket. Wait for people to stream in. Hope everybody's having a good. I see there's 3 people in. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday, good weekend. PPA. Hey, Dan, what's going on, man? Hope you're good, man. All right. We'll just wait for people to filter in. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Dan? You're doing good? How's your daughter doing? Oh. Everybody's good. Everybody's good. We'll give it a few minutes. Give it a few, and then we'll just do a bit of breath work, bit of meditating. Missed the memo on the wardrobe and the background. I don't know what it is about notification. I put notify me on and it doesn't seem to notify me. Is it supposed to send you a message or something? Because I've done that so many times and I've gone notify me and then I don't get notified. It's weird. I don't know what's going on with that. Whether that's a gimmick. Hey, Pepper, hope you're good. Can't hear as I'm at the football festival. All right. I wanted to say hi to everybody. Hey, thanks for dropping in. Shit. I wasn't expecting you. So well done for jumping on. Lovely. Can't hear us, I know, but can't hear us. People typing in there you can read them though. What's the footy festival? Huh. Sounds interesting. Footy festival. I like festivals. We have some good art fests and that around here, especially in like the spring and the autumn. We get the art festivals start popping up. God, blimey, it's warm in here. There's the damn air conditioning vents open. Shit, why is it so damn hot? But we're getting to some breath work in a minute. I've actually got the old singing bowl out. So we'll hit the old singing bowl a little bit and all. I'm wondering what it's going to sound like with this mic. It'd be interesting. See how it picks up. You can probably hear me drinking tea and all, sadly. I bet you can, can't you? Or maybe not. I know the camera's wobbling every time I put the damn cup down because I've got this little tray that's attached to the tripod. I was having a cardboard box. A cardboard box was my table, was my side table, and then when I got this stand, it came with this like an attachment that you attach this thing on, like a little tray. I thought, oh, that would be good for me. That would be good for me teacup, but probably not because it's moving the camera around. Oh dear. Anyway, don't look like many people may be in today. That's good. That's all right. It's all cool. We'll just give it a few more minutes, couple more minutes, and then we'll get cracking on some breath work. How's everybody's PPA this week? What's people been getting into for the old PPA this week? I know Dan had one. He probably had a few, but there was one with his daughter. That was definite PPA. Doing the right things at the right times, keeping the mind in the right place. So let me know how your PPA's going this week. What you've been, just think about that for a little bit. Start thinking about what's happened this week, accomplishments you may have made, gratitude you have, things for others, things you may have done for others, things that you did for yourself too. That PPA, those little points that we make going forward into things to accomplish certain things. Go and check out, got a podcast coming out with Beckett Johnson. Go and check that out. I think it's like 10 days time or something now. Did one this week with him. It was absolutely a blinder. Really enjoyed it. Absolute pleasure going on his show. It was completely new and different to me because it was someone I don't know really. And getting asked to go onto their channel and did that this week. So look out for that. We had a pretty good conversation. Got talking to him too. So it was pretty good. Last Sunday, I said I wanted to fly 3 batteries on the drone this past week and got it done. There you go, my man. There you go. PPA. Three flights, you know, 3 batteries you wouldn't have done, right? Flights that you would have put up that you wouldn't have put up. Met with my brother yesterday. Still patching us. One step at a time, man. It's, forgiveness and apologies. It's a real hard one because it's hard for the one on the other end to sometimes to make the apology, and it's hard to sometimes the person on the receiving end of it to do the forgiveness. But on the part of the forgiveness is if someone's looking to change and putting in effort, that PPA, those steps in moving themselves forward, and they're showing you that, and they've apologized, wholeheartedly from the heart, then you got something there to forgive. And then it's a matter of communication and moving forward and having understanding and acceptance for some things. And then, the boundaries with self and other people for your own well-being, for your own mental health. So, but no, well done, man. Well done. I had a bit of an experience this week that I'll talk to after. Very strange. Very, 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 very strange. I got hold of my therapist straight away, and it's just another experience I think I'm getting tested with. I don't know. But it was very one of those like, what's that? That happened to me. Very weird. Very weird. Another one of those experiences where I remember having that first experience when I had a complete and utter presence and that enlightenment stage and everything acting in a certain way and being there like, what the hell is this? Like, what's going on here? And not knowing but not being afraid of it. And then talking to my therapist after and saying, "Oh, you had an enlightenment experience." I'm like, "What the heck?" It was kind of like that. I thought I was going in a certain direction because I thought the anxiety had something to do with it because I was having a little bit of an issue with the old mentals kind of just kicking off here and there. And I thought this was part of it, and it wasn't. It was kind of weird, kind of weird. All right, it don't look like we're going to have much more, but if they come in, they come in. We'll get this started. We'll get some breath work going, and then we'll have a little talk after. If anybody's got anything they want to bring up, I'd like to hear people's push forwards and how they've had some PPA and some PMA this week. I'm going to tell you my little 5 cents worth. Let's get down to a little bit of breath work right now. So let's blowing away the cobwebs of those the week. So I've got my singing bowl, root chakra, and all I want you to do is just relax and tune in. And the first thing is just to tune in. I'm going to start off with 3 chimes on the bowl. First of all, I'm not sure how you're going to hear it because I've got the new mic on. I had a different mic last week, so I'm hoping this is gonna. It seems to be picking up pretty good. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be better. That's what I'm looking for. But if you've got headphones, throw some headphones on, and tune into the sound of the bowl. And when you tune into the sound, don't necessarily think of it being a singing bowl. Just tune into the actual sound, the pitch of it, the sound of it, the vibration of it, where you may be feeling it. Good man. Yeah, get the headphones on. Where you may be feeling it in your body, right? Because this is all about vibration and healing with vibration. So if you've got really good speakers, turn them up. And what I used to do, and this is going to sound crazy, but what I have done and what I used to do at times was I would kind of lay down on the floor with a speaker on each side of my head, not close, but and then I'd crank up the sound a little bit and adjust the sound, and then just tune into the sound, especially with music. It's brilliant. But if you've got the old headphones, throw the old cans on. Yeah. Life is too short. We don't know what tomorrow holds for us. You're right, people. We don't know what tomorrow holds. So be present with the sound. Completely present with the sound. I'm going to give 3 rings and I'm going to play it. All I want you to do is start slowing down your breath. Slowing down your breath with the sound. So you're going to listen to the 3 chimes and I'm going to play a little bit. And then you're going to hear it die down. And I want you to kind of listen for that sound to die down. And then we're going to a little breath work. And then we'll have a little talk after, if that's all right. And I want to know what your PPAs are. If anybody joins in, got the old singing bowl out. But we'll do a little bit of PPA after as well. Okay. So I'm gonna hit it 3 times. And then I'm going to play a little bit. Just tune into the sound. Get yourself relaxed. If you're sitting, just close your eyes down nice and gentle. Keep your back straight. Keep it away from the backrest if you can. If you can't, use the backrest if you've got a bad back. All the breathing through the nose. Again, if you can't do the breathing through the nose, use your mouth. As long as you're doing something and you're breathing. But the breathing through the nose has a lot of benefits to it. It adds nitric oxide. It will slow down your blood pressure. Your cortisol levels will come down. Your immune system actually goes up. So you just want to, if you can, breathe through the nose and just anchor right now to the sound, and then we'll go into the breath. But slowing that breath down and being aware of yourself, slowing the breath down. So we're gonna start right now. So just start getting yourself comfortable, easing into comfort, easing into relaxation, shutting those eyes down nice and gentle, not forcing anything. Anybody that's joining, I see another couple of people just come in. I have the singing bowl out. We're about to tune in. I'm about to ring the singing bowl. I'm going to play it a little bit. I want everybody to tune into the sound, slowing the breath down, slowing the body down, which will slow the mind down, get you into that comfort zone. We'll do a little bit of meditating, and then we're going to come up out of meditation. We're going to have a little talk. All right? So I'm going to play the bowl 3 times. Tune in. Relax the body, relax the mind, relax the breath. Relaxing that breath, slowing it down, tune into the sound. Don't force anything. No need to try too hard, just tune in. Anchor to the breath. Slowing the breath down. Slowing the mind with the breath. Pick a point right underneath the nose, above that top lip. Concentrate on that area right there, above the lip and underneath the nose. Tune in. Allowing that breath to just move freely. Lengthening the breath. Coming to that point right underneath the nose and just above the top lip, right in the middle. Think of a pinhead spot right there in the middle. Allowing the breath to just move over that area without overthinking anything, without rushing or forcing anything. Slowing that breath down even more now, becoming more aware of the breath. The breath in relation to the body, how you feel the breath in the body, the diaphragm expanding, belly movement going outwards. Allowing the belly to come back as you breathe. As you take the breath out, moving the belly outwards when you take the breath in. Allowing that belly button to come all the way to the backbone without forcing anything, just allowing that air to expel from the lungs, releasing any negative energy. Just played the root chakra bowl for grounding. I'll also end the meditation with the bowl. Right now, just relax the mind, relax the breath. Tune into any emotions that may be there, how you're feeling, what's going on within. Being comfortable with being just still, with nothing, and just allowing. No need to rush anything, no need to force anything, no need to think of any future, no need to think of any past. What's gone is gone. There was lessons within it. Take the lessons with you, leave the negative behind. Slowing the breath down a little bit more now. Go for an 8 count in and a 10 count out. Allowing a slight pause at the top of the breath. And allowing a slight pause at the base of the breath. The transition, being aware of the transition of the breath at the top and the transition of the breath at the bottom. Allowing a new breath in and the old breath to leave. Good energy into the system, filling up with oxygen, allowing negative energy to release out. Any thinking that comes into mind, tell yourself that you're thinking and allow it just to pass. Tell the mind that you're doing the thinking and allow it to pass. Keeping the breath nice and steady. And right in a minute, I will be counting you up out of the meditation. But relaxing a little bit more into the breath now. I'll count from 1 to 5, stepping you up out of the meditation. Don't rush it. I'll play the bowl 3 times at the end, allowing you to come up out of the meditation. Just tune in. Tuning into the sound at the end and allowing yourself to come back nice and slow and steady. On 1, 2, becoming aware of the room that you're in. 3, coming back into your body a little bit more, wiggling fingers and toes. 4, little stretch, maybe some head rotations, arms up above your head, stretching outwards. And 5. Tuning into the sound, allowing the eyes to just blink open when they're ready. Nice and relaxed, nice and easy. Tune in. Tune into that root, the grounding. Think of the color red right at the base. Right at the base of the spine. Moving up the spine and out. Think of yourself as a tree roots grounded to the base of the soil, moving outwards, going deep and grounding, ready to take on anything. Tune in. All right. How's everybody doing? What kind of experience did you have? Is that okay to keep that into the Grom had made mention of bringing that in, and I thought, you know what? Let's give it a go. Bring the singing bowl in. How's everybody feeling? I need some tea. Hopefully it didn't overmodulate. Apparently these mics have got things built into them that stops that from happening, the popping and that. Hey, Chill, what's going on, man? Yeah, I wish you could have heard the bowl as well, Pippa. It's a good sound. I'm hoping it's coming across okay the way I'm hearing it, because you know, mics and headphones. I don't know whether it's like popping or anything like that, but picked up nice in the mic. Good. Yeah, because then I know whether I've got to mic it differently or do something differently. I know when I do get it. I'm gonna probably try. I'm gonna have a go at it anyway. And there's no try. I'm either doing it or I'm not. But I want to get them all out and lay them out and play them. But I've got to mic them. I think probably in a certain way. Hey Adam, what's up, man? What's up, man? At the beach, cool. Hope you're doing some flying. I haven't seen any photography lately, mate. Excuse me. I'm turning away from the mic and I've got it stuck right here. How was the bowl? Did people like the bowl in the meditation? Did it help? Did it help the coming down a little bit, the root? Good to see you, man. Yeah, good to see you, Adam. Real good to see you, man. Always like the fact that you're supporting, dude. I've got a podcast coming up, Adam, that I was on someone else's podcast this week. So that'll be up in 10 days, I think. So go and check it out, mate. It was it went kind of deep. Look for if you go his name's Beckett Johnson is his site. And he hit me up a little while ago on Instagram and said, "Hey man, will you come on my channel and talk life?" I'm like, "Yeah, all right." Meanwhile shitting myself. Oh boy, did I have to throw the tools at that one, let me tell you. I had to keep getting the mind into I'm excited. I just kept throwing the mind, which I think that was the majority of it. And then the worry of I'm not tech minded, which it went okay because I figured out how to do the channel thing on his network because he uses a certain thing called Riverside. I'd never heard of it before. And when we did a trial, I couldn't get on. It wasn't working. This guy. And he's going, I've never had a problem with anybody else. And I'm like, yeah, it's me, man. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Everybody say hello to Lisa. Been talking to her for a while. Very spiritual, great person, great. Posts things out there on Instagram that's all to do with this and all good. Yeah, I like the crystal bowls too. And I believe it or not, I got a whole set for just the price of the root chakra bowl that I just played because they sent me two and they kept breaking. the root chakra bowl kept breaking, and they just said, "Oh, okay, well, just send us one of the sets back and just keep the other." And they give me my money back. So all I paid out was for the root chakra bowl, and I got the whole set. I mean, I was gonna buy them. I was gonna buy them. Shit, was I? But hey, I get karma comes back, right? Karma comes back. Good karma too. That was good karma. Let me tell you, that was good karma because I got the full set. Hard to distinguish which one's the damn crown and the friggin' it's really good because it's weird, right? I don't know. Maybe it's me not knowing the difference in the bleeding colours. Well, it probably is. It's probably me. But so there's everybody's Sunday. What's everybody's PPA been? What's everybody's been? I can tell you about a little experience I had, which was very, very, very strange. And everybody will probably think I'm absolutely gone, lost me bleeding mind. But it was a weird situation that I think I got tested on, and it was like, okay, we'll see how he handles that. What's let's throw this at him. Awesome. Thanks, Lisa, for seriously. Even if you just come and do the meditation, right? At least and I've got my Native American flute here as well, and I was seeing what I can do. seeing how far I can push this before I go, no. And I ain't got there yet. So but I had a bit of I'll tell you a bit about an experience I had, and I got a hold of my therapist straight away. Because it was very strange, and she's very, very spiritual and chakras and Buddhism and all that as well, all the different and I thought, well, what the heck was that? And so what happened was, excuse me, hang on, let me drop a rosy. So it was a very, very strange situation, and it was again, you're gonna think I'm bloody mad, but I had some anxiety that was bouncing around a little bit. Nothing like huge, but it was just, it's like, oh no, oh no, like, oh no, like that a little bit. And then what I've experienced with anxiety is, and a couple of people have seen it and gone, what the heck, right? Including my wife. But there was a certain area within my anxiety where if it got really, really heavy, I mean, it still does, but this was completely different. If it gets really, really heavy and the overwhelm was just going, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. And you're like, oh my God, I'm drowning in an abyss of shit. I'll detach. And it's a strange feeling on its own. It's like this. I remember standing in front of my mate, going to a mate's office once, and I was like losing it a little bit. And I remember walking up to him. He came out of the office door, looked at me, knew there was something going on as I'm walking towards him, because we greet each other just, well, yeah, like the normal, right? And I'm walking towards him, and he went, uh-oh, and he got me in the office, and I'm like walking up and down his office, but I wasn't there. I detached. And I was looking at him going, dude, I'm not here. And he's like, what are you talking about? You're not here. And I'm like, I'm not here. I'm actually not. My mind ain't here. I mean, I know I'm here, but my mind ain't here. Anyway, I know what that detachment is. That's strange in itself. But I know what that is. When it's happening, it's like, okay, fucking get on your breathing, grab something, use your senses, right? But this was different. And I walked into my kitchen. My wife had just cooked up some dinner, and I walked into the kitchen to grab a plate and that, and it was like Again, weird, right? Because again, I'm always like, okay, what's that? What's happened there? And I'm waiting for it to happen again. It felt like I walked through something. It was the weirdest. I went really, really like, whoa, what's going on here? My head went a bit light, it was a bit spinny. I thought it was the anxiety happening, and I thought I was detaching or I was going into a panic attack because it felt like I drifted that way a bit, but I didn't. And when it was like I walked through it, and then I'm standing on the other side of it, going, "This is weird." It's like I knew I was there, but it was like I stepped into like a parallel. It was the weirdest. I've never felt anything. I've never felt anything like that. It was the strangest, weirdest experience I've had. So I got hold. Yeah, I got hold of my therapist. I'm like, hang on a minute, this just happened, and she thinks it's some kind of a, I don't know, an enlightening step. I don't know. I don't know. She wants to talk about it more, but it's yeah, it was definitely something that I want to experience again. And I think if I can work it, it's just like when I first got given the seeing an energy, right? This like daydreamy, kind of dreamy state, started telling someone about themselves, didn't know them, but that same kind of thing, I got tested with it. It's like, what are you going to do with that? You know, it's like, it seems it's like something goes, there you go, try it. What's that? Try that. What are you going to do with that? And then it kind of, you know, they might not feel that for a while. I didn't want to have my first experience of becoming completely present either. I don't know if you've ever had that. If anybody's ever had that, becoming completely and utterly present with something, whoa, that's a whole experience. You know you're in it. You know you're in it when you're completely like all your senses are like completely present. It's the craziest thing because there's no real, with me anyway, there's no real thinking. It just this complete presence, and I've had it many times after. But I remember I remember the very first time that it happened, and again I was having one of those experiences of like, well, that was something, but what the heck was that? I don't know. So now I've had more experiences of it, but I get that. I've had a few moments over the past couple of weeks where I felt out of the body, and I've put it down to an energetic shift. Yeah, right. Um, it's been real. I've dropped by for some family stuff. Good to see you, Dan. Thanks for coming out, matey. I'm probably going to wrap up in a minute anyway. Um, walking between worlds, maybe integrating with planetary energy. Superhuman has been off the charts. Schumann. I'm not sure what that is. State of peace. I felt it weird for sure. Yeah, it is very, very peaceful. I got to say that. You're right. There is no, there was no buts or ifs about it when I was there. It was like this whole like, wow, what the heck? Like I remember I grabbed the second time it happened to me. I had an onion in my hand. I grabbed an onion from my wife in the supermarket, and all of a sudden it was this complete and utter presence, like looking around, and color just always like vibrant, and sound. I could pick sounds out, even though there was this hum in this supermarket. I could like look over there and pick the sound out, and look over there and pick this. Freaking awesome. Absolutely awesome. Yeah, thanks for coming, Dan. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the love, man. I'm glad you got to hear the singing bowl because I think you missed it last time. Human resonance. You know what? Lisa, you teach me because I don't know. I'm not sure that I know that. I'd love to hear more about that, Lisa. Yeah, me too. I know my energy has been odd ever since the eclipse. I tell you, man, you're right, Grom. There's like really, Oh, measurement of the solar flares energies hitting the planet. Oh, no shit. I heard something about I heard something come up on TV about that actually, about the solar flares friggin'. It's been unusually cool in the mornings here too. It's been strange. Like I've been getting up in the week and going out for a walk in the morning and it's like cooler. At this time of year, we're going into May. This time of year, we're normally summer already. It's like normally, like, you open your door and you're like, that's it, I've had my shower. And all you do is open the door. Um, but I've noticed it like extremely, and I do mean extremely cooler. It's been very, very strange. And I know the weather patterns have been changing, and I know the freaking eclipse and all that. I tell you, Mother Nature is like. I was watching this. Watching this thing with my wife the other night, and she put it on, and it was going around all these different cool places of places in the on the earth, and it had background music. Wasn't really no one narrating or nothing like that, but it had background music, and it was showing these absolutely phenomenal places, and it had a bit of a write up where it was and all stuff like that, just all different places around Earth, and some of those places are getting freaking demolished right now, and I look at that. I was looking at it thinking, look at the beauty that is the earth, that is just there and is just comes naturally, being carved by water or air, even, sand, and you look at the magnificence. Is it magnificence? I think that's a word. I know there's a word there. Can't say it. It's these teeth. I tell you, they're getting away. The magnificence. I can't say it. I don't think I can say it. Of what Earth is, right? And it's not until you see shows like this or you get people with photography doing certain things, and I think, why on earth are human beings even contemplating hurting each other over this land? It's madness to me. Madness to me. And I don't pick a side. I look at human life as human life. Oh, my daughter's in. Say hello to my daughter Trin. Trin's in the room. It's madness to me. Human life is human life. If I make it into the levels of the Sea Ridge, I'm going to buy a bench on the moon. Yeah, man. You can count me in. You got to have the spaceship to get there, Grum. So put an extra seat in, matey. Oh, my wife's in. Say hello to Tracy. Tracy's in. There's a bunch of people in there that everybody knows. Grom's in here. Dan had to leave. I don't know if you've met Lisa. Lisa lives in England. Very, very spiritual, great person, great human being. I don't know who else is in here. Give a shout out. Show some love in there. I don't know who else is still in. Dan had to leave. Everyday Surfer was in here. Adam, I don't know if he's still here. Hopefully. Everything has been accelerated, including our growth and connecting more with the heart to fulfill our transformation from carbon and crystalline beings. Golden age. Yeah, I do this thing because it's so, like I say, we forget, right? We forget who we are even. And I'll show you something because it's something I do, and there's a reason I'm taking my glasses off. I called it last night because I didn't have a name for it. Face mapping, right? And I called it face mapping. And basically what you do is if you find yourself, you can use it for your anxiety. If you find yourself your mind's going a little bit, or you're playing victim, we all do it. right? You start playing a bit of victim on yourself. Do face mapping. So if you think, what I do is I think of a skull, right? Just like if you picked up a skull and looked at a skull, and then I close my eyes and I just start feeling my own, like I'll go down and I'll map my own bone structure, thinking of what's underneath there, right? Without looking, because this is just something over the bone structure, but underneath we're all bone. We're all the same. So you start face mapping. Oh, Gabby's in, my daughter Gabby. Hey, Gabs. Gabs is in, my youngest. And then just start mapping. Because your nose hasn't got all this. It's actually like, it's got a hole back here, right? Take this off. There's a hole back there. So if you start mapping, just start feeling, like pressing and feeling, and just start mapping your jaw, unhinge your jaw, put your fingers by your jaw, start feeling it, moving it around, right? Like feeling, face mapping. But all you're doing is you're mapping out a skull. So have the skull in mind and then just start feeling like the bones of the eye sockets, right? And the bone structure down on your, we forget, we're not this by far. And if you really want to break it down, we're atoms, right? We're like molecules. But we forget. We look in the mirror, we're like, oh, I don't like that. We're all the same. We're all the same underneath this structure. I'm glad the old fam's in. Oi, oi. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We're all just space dust. You're right, mate. I mean, how are we here? I was talking to my wife last night, and we were driving, going out to get a bit of nosh, and the old sun was like bellowing through the window, and I'm looking at it, and I said, you can fit 1.3 million Earths in that, and it still takes the freaking sun over eight minutes for the sunlight to get to Earth, right? So I looked at my wife again. I'm like, how the hell are we even here? How are we here? Unbelievable how we're even, a species walking around on a sphere that's floating in darkness, by the way. If it wasn't for that bloody big old freaking round object that glows and burns us, we wouldn't have any daylight. We wouldn't have any growth. There would be nothing. It all happens it's the right distance away, and so many different factors that come into us to basically keep us to the Earth, who we are. And what are we doing? Destroying it. Hey, human beings. Dear. Anyway, I hope everybody, I'm going to wrap this up in a sec. I hope everybody's doing good, having a good weekend, ready to take on the week ahead. Start that Monday out right. Yeah, 110. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Remember, so many times it's been like 93 with a real feel of 100 plus. That's even before we considered all the lives that had to cross us all be here in the moment now. Right. Yeah. I mean, you're born, right? You didn't just get dropped into where you're at. None of us did, right? I didn't all of a sudden get dropped into doing this. I didn't get dropped into, didn't even get dropped into money. So, we do what we have to do, and we meet certain people drift. I was just talking to my wife about that with certain people that I've recognized that are drifting, or, you have to contact them a lot more, whatever, and there's some people that I know through my own wobbles and shit where I've put space and want to pull that back, But people come, people go, people drift, people, But I think we meet the right people at the right times, and those that are meant to be will be and stay, and those that that we fought will, if we change our way of life or we change the way we are and they start to drift, we don't change the way we are to keep up something that we're trying to pull back. So, we are the eyes of the cosmos, Alan Watts. Yeah, Alan Watts he's a good mate. I've heard you talk about him a few times. He's a really he's straight up. He don't beat about the bush, Alan Watts. Old school too, which is, it's like Ram Dass. If you know Ram Dass, listen to Ram Dass. He's another one that, another one I listen to, Sadhguru, another amazing man. I listen to Andrew Huberman, then I listen to people like, John Joseph. He's a punk from Lower East Side, New York. I listen to different people, different stories, different walks of life. Yeah, you need to talk to Lisa. She's probably into Alan Watts quite a bit, I would imagine. Oh yeah, I love Alan Watts. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot I follow. There's a lot of different people that I follow as well, and books, and some people I see their picture come up. I don't even know their names. I go, oh yeah, that guy. And I'll watch an interview, but then I don't know Goggins, right? I'm a big lover of Goggins. Love David Goggins. He's one of those guys. He isn't like an Alan Watts. He's a freaking get your ass up, get out there and do it. Don't fuck about. What you're doing. That's how he talks. It's and I've had moments where I've listened to him and had big shifts where I'm like, shit, yeah, move, start moving. I've been into some areas in my own mental health where I've played Goggins, and all of a sudden it's like, yep, let's go. Let's get those feet moving. Let's go. So, different people. It's like music, right? You can listen to a piece of classical music, be fully relaxed. Now go and slap Slayer on, see what happens. Energy goes a different direction, right? It does mine. little bit of Lamb of God comes on, mate. Yeah, that's it. That's me through the wall. Nice cup of tea. But anyway, yeah, I've got to I've noticed I've probably got to slow down a bit because after doing that damn podcast, man, I would bloody my energy went through the bleeding ceiling. I got to pull it down a bit. I've been balancing my ears between Jocko and Alan. Yeah, this past week I took a step. As I need to soak it in. Yeah, I mean that's what you're right. The step back. It's funny I just said that. It's like me too. I'm like, okay, I just want to take that little bit of I'm probably going to do it today because everything I do is all information. There you go. Everything I do is information overload, mate. It's all to do with what I'm doing, podcasting. What can I do next? The mental health side of it. How can I push that? Reading everything I read, and it's like, yeah, okay, it's like, whoo, take a breath. I've been getting hold of Beckett Johnson, who I did the podcast on. He did the podcast on me on his channel. I mean, we've been talking back and forth quite a bit, and I thought, yeah, okay, I noticed myself getting on that excitement, right? And pushing that, and then the overload can kick in. So just got to be easy with it. I did it at the beginning when I first noticed what all this freaking energy and everything was, and I was like, oh shit, bring it on. And my therapist was like, you got to slow down a bit. I'm like, what? She's like, you got to slow down a bit. You're taking on bold too much, because I was just there. It was full on. You're right. Yeah, I know you're off the charts, matey, with your head. That's why we have some good conversations. We get into some good talking, me and you, when we get going. That's for sure. Gonna have to get you on the old channel, matey. Get a conversation sparked up. I'll monitor it though. It won't be no long one. I'll monitor it this time. I'm a bit naughty with that. But anyway, guys, I'm going to probably wrap it up. And if anybody has any questions, fire away. If not, yeah, 4-hour podcast. I said that to Beckett, mate. We got done with his and he sat back and he's like, holy shit, hour and 40 minutes. I said, have you seen the one I did with Graham? He's like, what's that? I said, it went 4.5 hours. Oh, mate. Yeah, sure did. Bloody awesome, though. Loved every minute of it. Yeah, you opened yourself up. I asked you if you wanted a freaking Cockney Buddha hand grenade. He was like, yeah, all right. And come in. But, all right. We're on the 56-minute mark. I hope everybody's had a decent time. If anybody does have any kind of questions or anything like that, please bung them in there. If not, I'm going to start wrapping this up. Hope the new mics. I'm going to check the new mics out in a minute and play back a little bit and see if they clipped or anything like that with the singing bowls. Because I had a cheaper mic and even walking outside it was like popping and shit. And I thought, oh, that really doesn't do what I'm aiming to do. So I hope this, because I'm like a kid in a bloody sweet shop. I got mics and all kinds. I've got shit everywhere, mate. Oh no, I've got lights, and I'm like, which light should I have? Anyway, have a good rest of the weekend. Remember, don't look at the starting of your week on a Monday as a bad thing. The start of something is a good thing. It's where you want to take it. How do you want to react to it? What is it you're telling yourself? Are you tuning in on a regular? Are you making sure your breath gets slowed down throughout your day? Are you allowing someone to get into your head somehow to where you're reacting to it? It's all down to us. So it's, if we're allowing, because we allow these things. So if we allow these things to infiltrate our minds and put negative blocks in there without us having that boundary of like, nope, it goes in there and it seeds out and that's it. It starts building its own roots. And that's no good for anybody. So plant the right seeds, like right now, right? I had a couple of those thoughts. Who have I got tomorrow? That can wait. It can wait. My first one is like, in the morning, but it can wait. Otherwise, you start getting yourself into that overwhelm again. Oh, I got, go this direction. It can wait. It can wait. Your time now is your time now going forward. Yeah. You don't need to be thinking, because if you're thinking about what's happening tomorrow, you're not living that. You're living then, now, without any reality to it whatsoever. We can think of what may happen. We can think what somebody may say. We can think of how something may go. We can be fearful of that because we're making that our reality right now, but there's no reality to it. It's not happened. So enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your times that you have without any work, without anybody around giving issues or any problems like that. Tune into self. Take those moments, even if it's 5 minutes, tune in, breathe, relax the mind, slow it down. Keep tuning in with self. So I hope everybody has a great week. Get out there, positive Monday, PPA, PMA, start the week off right. Get into the right mindset and the week will start off correct for you. Don't think shit. Think, what am I going to learn? What am I going to get from them? Not what are they going to get from me? What am I going to get from them? How can I use them to gain information of what I'm looking for, what I want, how I want to grow? That can mean patience. It can mean determination. It can mean perseverance. It can mean a goal within your work. It can mean any one of those things in the carnage of what may be. Pick something. Work on that. Got someone that's a pain in your ass? Patience. Pity them. tune in, maybe listen to them, right? They may be going nuts so because they got nobody that will listen to them. You may be able to, and if they, with boundaries. With boundaries. You're not there as a freaking shell like the whole day. Right? Boundaries. If someone starts venting at you, if someone comes at you and they're going, oh, blah, blah, whoa, hold up a minute. There's rules to that. It's not just vent and you get to vent on and on and on and on and on. There's rules to venting. How much time would they like? Would they like input? Boundaries. Otherwise, you get bombarded with that and you sit there going like that. Before you know it, you're like, oh my God, this is going. Now you're starting to resent the person. Then you've got anger kicking up. Boundaries, set the rules around it. You're not a soundboard all day long. Right? It goes in with your work and what you're about to go into. Keep the Monday positive. Ain't easy, I know. Especially we've had that program. What does everybody say? Monday. Oh, Monday. You're everywhere, Monday. When you hear that, if you're slightly even remotely not liking what you're about to do on that Monday, you hear someone triggers you to that. And now where are you? Oh, Monday. Don't listen to others. Their Monday's their Monday. Their time is their time. Their issues are their issues. We'll end up bringing their insecurities on with our insecurities. And now we're living that reality. All right? Have a great one, everybody. Love each and every one of you. Go throwing this name out there if you would, please. It's funny how I went and asked people to subscribe the other day and I lost 2. Oh, well. Wasn't meant to be. Wasn't meant to be. Loyal people. All right. Have a good one, guys. Have a good rest of your week. I'll see you, Adam. Good to see you. And I don't know if any of my family is still in here, but, thank you for turning up. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. And I'll probably keep this singing bowl thing going for a bit. All right? Take it easy, everybody. Love every one of you. Thanks for coming in. And I'll see you next week. Namaste.